Hi, everybody. My name's Ashlyn, if you don't know me. I'd first like to shout out to Miss Mosher's third period class. And I'm going to be reading my college essay. My pen name was Algebra Carter. This was an ironic choice by my 7-year-old self, because while I dove headfirst into every writing opportunity I could get my hands on, math eluded me. To know me is to know what fascinates me, and nothing has captured my attention like writing. Writing has been a constant in every stage of my life, from milestones like self-publishing 3 novels, to smaller achievements like speaking at my library's local author fair. It's been the catalyst for important lessons in real life, including persistence, risk-taking, and collaboration. My writing journey began when I was young, and I never went anywhere without my battered MacBook. It was the host to my creative whims, holding my memories, fingerprints, and affection. Whether it was jotting random details like, these characters bond over Cocoa Puffs, or dialogue snippets like, you're embarrassed to talk to that guy? He talked about Jamba Juice for like an hour. I was never without my computer sidekick. While working on my second book, I undertook the grueling agony of editing, aka rewriting. When I thought my newer skills could do my old ideas more justice, I rewrote my 80,000-word draft from scratch. The final word count was 107,000. It felt fresh, tailored, and more like me. Immeasurable pride washed over me when I held my book in my hands. Endless nights of studying pacing strategies, fight scene cheat sheets, and reading scenes aloud had finally come to fruition. Being a successful writer, I realized, depends on taking risks. Originally, this was daunting. To me, writing is sacred. Sharing it is like bearing my soul to strangers. I hovered over the submit button for a contest I'd chosen, ready to vomit. What ifs hurtled through my head? What if they rejected me? What if they hated it? But to write is to face rejection. I squeezed my eyes shut and clicked. Risk-taking also means public speaking. For someone with social anxiety, a fight to the death would have scared me less. During my book release party, I couldn't talk without my hands trembling. That day, I didn't look at the crowd of 100 people staring at me expectantly. Instead, I looked at what I'd accomplished. My sense of achievement brings me courage that carries me through every speaking adventure. The most challenging part of writing isn't my prose. It's the email collaboration with my editors, illustrators, and graphic designers. Wrangling the beast of publishing demanded a new skill, directing adults as someone much younger. Initially, I sat frozen, barely able to type an email subject line. If I'm able to write an entire novel, why can't I ask my editor to flag whenever I use passive voice? So, I practiced. Asking my illustrator for a grayscale version of the cover? No sweat. Telling my graphic designer to alter the dust jacket? That was fine. Fun, even. Once I realized I was perfectly qualified to work with adults, I became less intimidated by them. This fall, my collaboration skills were tested while I assisted my elementary school drama teacher as he prepared current students to present my second novel on stage. As my writing grew and changed, so did I. It shaped how I view the world. My suburban bubble broadened as I researched cultures to develop characters. Studying dialogue broke the mode of how I spoke, for once speaking of someone else. Pouring over personal stories and blogs gave me perspective I can get elsewhere. For my most recent novel, I shed my pen name for my real one. I'll do the same with my nearly finished 100,000-word draft, which I plan to publish in college. Algebra Carter helped me become who I am today. Without her, I wouldn't be Ashlyn Riddle, storyteller both to my little brothers and Amazon customers I'll never meet, fighting to conquer math if it's the last thing I do. Thank you. Next up, we have Prathenya.
Hi everyone, my name is Prathenya. Shout out to Mrs. Ang's third period. I'm going to be sharing a poem I wrote in response to the journal prompt, what do people forget but should remember? And it's called Now. We know we want the gold medal, though it may seem out of sight. Foot firmly on the gas pedal, working hard, day and night. We do things because we have to, and complain when things aren't right. But we often forget why we do all these things with all our might. Seeing happiness as a destination that we all hope to reach one day. We dedicate the present to preparation to achieve a future with no dismay. But if the present is for the future, Are we not then living for tomorrow and not today? The present is the greatest present one can have. So be here and be present. You will never again get this moment. Be the radiant sun that chooses warmth every day. Be the elegant wind that blows carefree into the vast oceans and moonlit skies with such grace. Be the sweet laughter that turns a bad day into a good one. There's not a single rainbow in the sky without a little rain. Yet it chooses to smile wide across the sky without a pang. Be the light in the darkness and the comfort in the sadness. Be anything you want to be, but don't forget to be you. You don't want to look back and think, I forgot to live a little. Life's not measured by how many breaths you take. Life's not at all measured by how many breaths you take, but by the moments that take your breath away. So fill your heart with laughter, without a single worry of what comes after. Push through the sweet and sour, and embrace your inner power, because you always have right now in your hands. Thank you. Next up, we have Frankie.
Yeah, Frankie!
Hi, I'm Frankie. I will be interpreting because my friend is in the audience right now. Language is my greatest achievement. The satisfaction of interpreting my kindergarten field trip forms to my mom from English to Spanish. Translating became second nature. Learning to build verbal bridges between my mom and my teachers. Adapting to the structure of language, deconstructing and reconstructing subject, verb, noun to noun, verb, subject. Raised in foreign language and surrounded by foreign culture, whistling pots of familiar aromatic notes of salsa, tortillas, and carne asada filled my lungs. Caribbean salsa music, loud neighbors colored the background of my English explanations to my mom. Explanations of my homework assignments turned out to be complete contradictions. My mom was just as lost as I was, left in the shadow casted by English. Determined to overcome this, by 5th grade I was proficient in both languages, exposed to French in 5th grade, learning greetings and sentences, forming complex sentences in German by 10th grade. Finally, being able to fully interpret a conversation in sign language by 12th grade. Sign language is a symphony of the body. Hands conduct meaning, while the tongue orchestrates pronunciation. Facial expressions visually stress emotions. From conceptually accurately signed English to ASL with its own grammar and interpretation. Fascination forced me to exercise my tongue, the most flexible muscle in the body, contorting R trills from Spanish to articulating gratitude and safety for those in need. The gift of communication welcomes new opportunities. Every language learned aided in job applications. I have constructed yet another verbal bridge, not out of necessity to survive, but out of necessity to live. Thank you. Savannah.
Yes, Savannah!
Hello, I'm Savannah Corte, and I'd like to shout out Mrs. Marsh's third period class. Today I'm presenting what I call fifth grade love. When I was younger, I dreamt of having a Prince Charming that was devoted to me, a Prince Charming that would save me from all my troubles, a Prince Charming that would make my life a happy ever after. The only problem was there was no real Prince Charmings, so I had to settle for the next closest option, fifth grade boys. I had laid my eyes on this one boy. He was funny, he put the basketballs away, and he could hit the door header with his hand. He was perfect. So perfect that I decided I would write a secret love letter to him, and I have kept this love letter just so I can read it to you all today. The letter says, "Dear Crush, I have something to tell you, but I'm scared. I'm scared of the rejection I know is true. I'm scared that I'm not worth it because you're so amazing. But the thought goes away when you smile at me like I'm special. I don't see that smile anymore because we're in different classes now. I've had so many questions. What if? What would it be like? All of these questions bring me down. When we talk, I feel like the whole world is just you and me. What I'm trying to say is, I love you, even though I know you don't like me back. And if you really want to know who I am, I then drew a Pikachu as the first clue, because he liked Pokemon. This secret love letter was supposed to be sent at the end of the school year. That way I wouldn't have to see him after the possible devastating rejection. But as the year passed, my feelings for him slowly faded away. That, and because he stopped putting the basketballs away. So, unfortunately, I will never find out if he truly liked me back or not. On the brighter side, I avoided what could have been my most embarrassing childhood memory, because I'm pretty sure the whole grade knew I liked this boy. Thank you. The next person up is Amelia.
Hello, my name is Amelia. I wrote a poem. I didn't really have a title for it, but yeah. I hate him. I hate his perfect angel eyes. I hate that he doesn't go to the school. I hate that he doesn't reply. I hate that he's so pretty. I hate the feeling I get when I see him, because I've never felt that way before. I hate the way he looks at me without saying anything. I hate how it feels that he doesn't care. I hate that he knows. I hate that he doesn't do anything about it. I hate that he's so perfect. I hate his stare. I hate the way he smiles. I hate the way he makes me smile. I hate that he's always in my mind. I hate the way he says goodbye without saying it. I hate that I don't hate him. I hate that I like but not love him. I hate the mixed messages. I hate that I'm not sure. I hate that I fell for him, because who would fall for him? I hate that I'm not the poet. I hate that I'm the poet and he's the poem. I like him, but do I love him? Next up is Hi. Yeah. Shout out to Miss Morano's third period. I'm sharing two pieces of mine, one of which is a part two from last year's. I wrote this during English class, so enjoy. It's called I Am Born Part 2. Right. I am from sunglasses, from Listerine and chlorine. I am from the accumulated pile of laundry sitting in the narrow entrance of my closet, it acting as a representation of my mental state. Deep, dark. It smelled like saturated desperation and self-inflicted agony. I am from the four-leaf clovers that lie in the grass of Auntie's spacious backyard. I'm from Christmas movies and determination and hard work. From Roebuck and Inchachapa, I'm from the short-tempered and the humble. From don't rush to grow up and start taking initiative. I'm from everything is possible with God and walk by faith and not by sight, the foundation that molded my entire being. I'm from Denver, CO, and of Hebrew descent, from peanut butter and oatmeal, from the aching pains of gastritis my father endured at age 16. the cultural shock my mother experienced when she first arrived to the States. Photos with youth as the theme, hidden in the dusty armoires of my mother's bedroom, contained an album with aging as the marinade, reminiscing over memories produced by elegant trinkets of simplicity. My next piece is superficiality. I never understood why superficiality in terms of social interactions had been normalized as a means of entering a conversation. People have been focused on insignificant things with the help of social media, to where those things become the main topic of conversation. Due to conforming tendencies of humans, a majority of people seek external validation to where they don't have a sense of self. I talk with people around me, and a lot of people's outlooks on life are similar, if not the same. The information being presented is just regurgitated from something someone else said. Composing original thoughts nowadays is rare, because people don't want to learn who they are and what they stand for. They don't want to get deep, so deep to where their physical selves can no longer fathom what there is to ponder over, but in fact it resonates with the soul in some capacity. Instead, the herd mentality is something that has been easily adapted in our world. People's formed opinions are based on ideas and thoughts that aren't their own. And even if it is, it doesn't encompass them as an individual or what they're about. A lot of the time, they don't even understand what they're talking about, nor comprehending what's being said for that matter. They're so blinded by their deceptions, they can't even see what they're saying is nonsense. Thank you. Is Hadra.
Hello everyone, my name is Hadra Sejamal, and before I present my Writers Week, I want to give a shout out to Mr. Dawson's third period AP Lang class. And a shout out to all the teachers who helped me put this together and who stayed back after school. You guys were the best. For my Writers Week, I decided to do a little movie based on the idea. Can I get a little drum roll? Reality TV. I got this idea during COVID. I had a fixation on reality TV. It puts a smile, so I thought, why not do it? But I don't want to spoil it even more. So before I present, I just want to give a little warning. None of the people in this actually act like this. We exaggerated everything for your guys' entertainment. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, enjoy.
Them and their parents' happiness, safety for the future. And they were so right. High school is a small place. You make one person mad, you made the whole group mad. You know how much my family suffered. How could you keep that away from me? How was I supposed to let you know? You just keep talking. You just love to yap. This is not true. We were talking about our family and I opened up, unlike you who was lying. It's so hard being a high school student. I mean, there's classes to pass, requirements to meet. Yeah, it's a lot of work, but I wouldn't have it any other way. Plus, if it's too hard of a challenge, I mean, you could just take a study hall. I don't understand why Layla complains all the time. Delia, can you help me out with this?
Girl, that's 2 plus 2. It was so hard. I was going through so many obstacles. I had practice and I had driving lessons, and worst of all, I missed 2 days of school. Girl, there's Schoology. Tell me the real reason why you want to drop chemistry.
She literally dropped Chem.
Niall, your class.
Who was laughing at me?
Mal, like, really bad.
You know what? I'm done. I'm done with this whole show, Naomi.
What do you mean? You can't leave now. I'm losing your transcripts.
Ari was projecting a lot, like a whole lot. I mean, all that negative energy, I wouldn't be surprised if she made the culinary projectors not project anymore. I mean, look, they don't even turn on anymore.
Yeah, if you mess this up, there will be no 100 bands for you to get, Deli.
Was that a joke? Because it wasn't funny. Like, at all.
Trying to make a name for herself. I mean, after she stole your mom's spotlight with the whole cafe, did you?
What? How do you know my mom? And how do you know about the cafe?
What'd you get on that math test today?
I got an 89. What about you?
I got a 92 because I answered the extra credit question. Okay. Anyway, I answered the extra credit question, which is basically just about like slopes. Hey!
Okay, I'll say that again. That isn't a good role model.
But I don't want to mess up our friendship because of my family's business put hers out. And if she finds out, she's going to overreact. And that's going to be a total.
I'm sorry for all the drama that I've caused. I wasn't being mighty, brave, and bold. There are bloopers that was at the end, but I don't know if we have enough. Do we have enough time? I do want to say though, there's an alarm that goes off. It's not real. If you were there on the Tuesday that the fire alarm went off after school, yeah.
How was I supposed to let you know? You just keep talking. You just love to yap. That's not true.
Oh my god. At least I said happiness and safety for the future. Hi, is that the color? I just messed up. I don't think your plot's close. I'm sorry.
Me and Naomi have been hitting it off lately in a friendship department. Yeah, I just improvised that time. I improvised it.
Let's give one more round of applause for everyone.